Good evening, everyone. So here I am today with my first story, uh, and this story is about how I become independent, or at least I think I become independent and confident. So the story starts from my school days. So in school days, I was a very shy and a very introvert kind of boy. So when it came to select the college, I have option to go for private college because my family was ready to send me to a private college, but due to my three classmates joining this college, I joined with them because I think I have friends in college. So I joined this college by influence by my friends. So I was settling in my college, and it was first semester just passed by, and in second semester I saw a notification that from the Indian Navy that say that they are taking in student from JEE marks. So I just applied. I didn't thought that I got a call-up letter for the interview, and after 3 months, I got a call-up letter. So what happened is that the interview was scheduled in Visakhapatnam, that is in Andhra Pradesh, and very far away. And I just got to know about the interview one week prior to the scheduled date. So what happened is that I told my father, and my father said, "Do you want to go?" I said, "Yes, I want to go." And my father asked me that, "Do you want me to accompany you, or you want to go alone?" So I thought a bit. Then I said to my father that I want to go alone. And I was very afraid when I said that to my father, because Visakhapatnam is very far, and I have never traveled alone. Even to my college, I traveled with the company of my friends. So I was very afraid at that time. I booked my train tickets and just prayed and went to the journey. So what happened is that till Delhi it was all right. It was all okay. As soon as boarded the train for Visakhapatnam, I soon realized that I have got into the wrong coach. And when the TT came, he said that you don't have any reservation in the train. And and I thought, what? How is that possible? So then I rechecked my ticket and saw that the coach number was wrong. So the TT, and then I again told TT that this was the coach number, and then he checked, and he said that okay, but you have to change the coach number, so just change it. So for that moment of time, I was like there is no ground beneath my feet. So and that moment passed, and one day in the journey, because the journey was a 2-day journey to Visakhapatnam, and one day in the journey, after one day in the journey, I was just approaching Visakhapatnam, and what I saw is that I was half sleep. It was afternoon and a bit hot, so I was half asleep in the side berth of the train. So I just noticed that one of the person is trying to trying to sleep away something from one of the another passenger who is asleep, and he was trying to slip away some things from his chest pocket. So I thought a bit, what was he doing, or what can it be, because I have never been in this situation before. And as soon as I realized that it may be a theft, I just asked the person who was trying to slip away the thing, and what are you doing? And he just saw me, and he just saw me for a bit and ran away. And then I realized that it was actually a attempt to steal something from that person. Then I woke up that person and asked him and told him about the incident, and he just said thank you. Then after half an hour later, the RPF came on round, and the person complained about the same incident, and the RPF asked, "Is there any witness?" So then again I hesitated a bit, because I was never encountered by RPF or any police officers. So that person took my name, and I just said, yes, I saw that man, and tell a bit about how he look like, and where does he run to. So I just told that those police officer, and they filled a form and took my sign on that. From that moment, I realized that the world is not that tough to live on, and you just have to get out of your comfort zone. As soon as you get out of your comfort zone, there are challenges, but when you overcome those challenges, you will be more experienced and more ready to face the world. So that passed by. Then I reached my SSB center. So first day of my SSB, there was around 300 people reporting. All are 12th pass, so they are recently out of school. And on the first day of, I got out on the first day of the SSB, so that was a bit disheartening. But there was around 250 other candidates who also got out on the first day. Only 50 were able to make it to the other next round. So I saw many people around me. They were just so many of them are crying, and I'm a bit upset, but not that upset that I should cry, because I have not taken that seriously. I just want to get out of my comfort zone and just want to travel a bit alone. So I saw around there were some people who were not crying. One was them from Haryana. He was a Jat, and other one is from Bihar, and they both were like they both were like Tom and Jerry. The Haryana one was like very aggressive, not aggressive, but by his voice he was very aggressive, and the person from Bihar was a bit of shy, or we can say not very extrovert like me. So we three paired up, and all of us have trained at evening. The Bihar one was having a train on the next day. So we decided that we all got out, and we don't have anything to do till evening. So let's roam a bit about in this around the city. So we did roam the city for a while, and then I did make them very good friends of them, and that we became so good friends that when we were separating, actually then the one from Bihar was actually started crying that yeah, it was very happy to meet to you, he was very happy to meet us, and till the day he message me or text me sometimes asking about life and how it's going and all. So that was that. And as soon as I landed up in college, the next day came the list of debarred student, and I was on the top of that. So that was also first for me, because till school I have never failed in any subject. In first semester also I have never failed in any subject, and now this is a scenario that I was debarred from the examination. I talked to the faculties. At first they ignored, but I kept trying, and finally they allowed me to give exams. So that is another achievement for me, that I have been through so many troubles just to attend an interview. And after that I realized that nothing is tough until you don't try it. So if you try, you can or you may or you may not, but the experience that you gain through the trying is not comparable with anything. So that is my story. Thank you. Any questions?
How your parents react when you said that I will go? So what was their reaction or
So My parent, especially my father, asked me several times that are you sure that you can go alone, because till that date I have never traveled alone anywhere. So I said him that yes, I can go alone. Still he insists that he want to come with me. So I said no. There may be I can stay one day, or I cannot. I can stay 5 days. We will be wasting your time. So then he realized that I want to go alone, and he said okay, then go alone. They were fine with that. And after that moment, after that particular incident, they never stopped me from going anywhere alone or with friends also.
So how did you see yourself after and before this trip?
So yes, before the incident, I was very afraid introvert. I don't like to speak to many people. I make friends, but no, I don't speak to strangers unnecessarily. But after that, when I went to the SSB, I've seen people from almost every state. So I've seen a lot of character there, and after that I don't hesitate to speak up to people, even if they are strangers. And also I can travel anywhere. You can give me a ticket to any country of the world. I can travel. I don't hesitate, because I know that there will be troubles, but I can make it.
मुझे क्वेश्चन समझ में नहीं आया।
So how did you see yourself after and before that trip?
Okay. I am अच्छा so what I got from your story, there were multiple instances of heroic moments, I can say, and different kinds of heroic moments. जैसे you said going alone for the far away the first time, that Joe for incident, and then back in college and then trying hard to not get hurt. But which was the moment in this story when you were
So the most heroic moment I think was when I encountered the thief. So initially I just want to what I thought is I just be there where I am and don't say anything to him, I was hesitating to ask him what he's doing and why he's doing that. So but I think that is wrong. If I was in the place and somebody did the same, so I may lose something very precious or anything. So I just asked him politely, what are you doing? And as soon as I asked him, he saw me and he ran away. So there was no harm in that. So that, I think that was most heroic moment in this story.
So the heroic moment, with what I can understand, is when you went out of the introvertism which you had,
Yeah.
like unnecessarily talking to strangers, and you then took a step ahead to stop the thief from committing the crime.
Yeah.
So that was.
Yeah.
You started the story initially. It was more around. I imagine that you would be telling a story because you mentioned in the initial line that it is more around how I became independent. So I could not relate the part of being independent with the original movement which is being highlighted after that. So somewhere I lost the connection.
Okay, so by independent I mean that before that, if I am going somewhere, I need someone to accompany me. I am not very sure that I will reach there safely. So I am dependent on someone. In that sense, I said that I became more independent. And there are moments when before that there were moments that I have opportunity to visit my village or some other places, but I didn't because there was no one to accompany me. So after that I visited many places alone. So I think I became independent because I see many people when I still go somewhere, even to SSBs, there were many people who were accompanied by their parents to the destination. So I think I became more independent in that sense.
I think जैसे मेरे को जितना समझ में आया कि भैया आवाज आ रही है ना?
हाँ.
So I think the act of becoming and deciding that I'll be independent, I'll do this alone, I want to do this alone, and I'll take it alone. I think that is the heroic. और बाकी सारे जो है आई थिंक दे आर चैलेंजेस ऑन द वे सो पहले पहले को कन्विंस करना फिर खुद को कन्विंस करना मतलब वो थोड़ा और खुल गया फिर वापस आया तो फिर टीचर में बैक करा दी तो अब मतलब एक कहीं पे रुक के बैठ सकता था बट उसने मैंने भी उसको पूरा सीख को कैन टेक दिस होल इंसिडेंट इट्स आई एम कंप्लीटली बिकम so act of becoming independent or moving towards the deciding to move towards becoming independent is the heroic act and बाकी others are hurdles on the way that he overcame.
Yeah, so what you are saying is that the decision that I took to go alone there is the heroic moment, or is it life changing moment?
मतलब कुछ नहीं decide to take charge भी ठीक है मैं जाऊंगा भी अकेले मैं एसएसबी भी दूंगा मेरा वापस भी होगा और फिर जाऊंगा तो मैं कि then I go with the right attitude towards it. So as मैं हेरो तो मैं वो भी करूंगा और now I am feeling independent है उसमें जो hurdles आ रही है तो टीचर को जाऊंगा तो मैं टीचर को मैं पढ़ूंगा फिर उसके बाद so I think that is it. So that act of being or act of deciding to be independent is the मेरे ख्याल से that's how I see it.
Yeah, that's why. Okay, any more questions?
You were saying मैं तो मेरे पास कोई क्वेश्चन नहीं है मतलब आई लाइक मुझे बस शुरू में आया जब स्टार्ट हुई थी मतलब जब स्टोरी स्टार्ट हुई थी कि व्हेन यू आर गोइंग टू दैट एग्जाम what you were thinking at that time that you will succeed or you had already had some doubt on that exam because it was the first time right?
Yeah, it was first time. So when I got to know about the exam was just 1 week interview was just 1 week prior to the interview because I was not in the habit of checking my emails regularly and that email was sent to me at least 1 month ago. So I checked it just a week ago and that too because I have to send someone something, so I just check it and just saw the mail from the Navy and saw that you have to report that time. So at first I thought that I won't go because and there were so many things to do, like there was a proper dress code they were requiring. There were 3 types of dress code they asked to candidate to bring, and there was some certificates and other documents they also asked. So at first I thought that I won't go. Then one of my roommates said that you should go because this may be a life changing moment, and whatever happen you will get to know to the process, because in future you also you have to try, you want to try more of this. So at first I was very afraid and don't know how to do this. Then because many of my documents were in my home, so I asked my father to send a copy of them to me by fax, by email, and they did that, and I bought some clothes, borrowed some clothes from friends also who have gone to SSB in my college. So I arranged all the things, and then I booked my train and just went there. So I didn't think again after that when I made my decision that I will go. I just want to make sure that when I reach there I won't be short of anything like the dress and the documents. So that thing happened smoothly. So at first I was very afraid, but I overcame that fear of me.
Sounds good. So I just have a couple of things to add on. I mean, I like the enthusiasm that most of the time that is contagious, and that's a good part of telling a story. Because when you feel passionate and excited, like even last time you were almost ready to tell your story. So probably that's because you were excited, you remember it very clearly.
Yeah.
So I think that's a good part of telling a story when you're excited. Just one feedback will be when you're narrating a story and there are like multiple points which Tushar sort of summarized well. That there was this one heroic moment but multiple challenges. So I think you can narrate it in the sense that it doesn't feel like
So we were all thinking maybe this is your regret moment, and then when you said more, we thought maybe this is your regret moment. So probably then what you need to do is like have a overarching story, like a a spine